Update time. Since I moved all the stuff around in the garage, I don't have a lot of actual wrenching to show you. Not doing much hands-on stuff. What I'm really doing with these videos right now is kind of using them as a practice, for the Unreal Adventure videos, which I'll be, trying to shoot some behind-the-scenes stuff with. And so I'm like doing things like playing with this little DJI mic and practicing with my camera, and so you're kind of guinea pigs as I try to get ready for the big show. But what I can do is take you on a little tour and show you just a couple things I've done to the CJ6. So here it is, pretty much the same as it's been. I've been pecking away doing a couple little minor things. One of the things I'm doing on this is changing out the coil rates and lengths. So when we originally built it, we were kind of guesstimating what we thought it would weigh and where we wanted it to sit and all that stuff. It's been together and on the trails and on the street for 9 years now. Almost never trailered, very, very seldomly trailered. So it works. So don't take anything I'm doing as a nod to the fact that what was under there was not sufficient or adequate or even, maybe what this thing needs. But in the front coils, I have got a little cheat sheet here. I had 2.5 by 12 by 200s over 2.5 by 12 by 250s. And so what I did, I've already changed out the fronts. I'm leaving the 2.5 by 12 by 200s on the top. But I am putting 2.5 by 14 by 300s on the bottom. So I've got these in there. I just need to finish kind of making final adjustments. One of the things I did want to do on this Jeep, but I probably won't have time to do, that's always bugged me, is drop these front air bumps even more, limit the up travel maybe about another inch, because as you can see, the 38 kind of gets into that fender. That is not a custom design. It's not a look I really enjoy. But one of these days, what I really want to do is kind of highline the front of this thing, just move the fender up about another 2 inches or so, cut the hood. I'll straighten this all out and reinforce the underside maybe with either some 1-inch round tubing or maybe even some plate steel just to give it a little strength back. But this thing's going to get kind of munched on UA this year, but it is what it is. So the front, couple minor little adjustments and tweaks to the ride height and the coils and all that stuff. Out back, same thing. I have been running 2.5 by 10 by 200s over 2.5 by 12 by 200s. It's been pretty good, except for I do get into the bump stops pretty good, and I could adjust the lighter springs. So I'm out of the lighter springs a little sooner, but what I'm going to do instead is put these 2.5 by 12 by 300s on the bottom. So I'll get that done, and then I'm also going to convert the rear to air bump. I think I already showed you this, but still have yet to install the rears. Got to get going on that. So at the very least, I'll get the higher rate coils on the bottom. And then if I have time, I'll do the air bumps. I might have time because I kind of came to a decision for the first time since, I think, 2017 or 2018. I'm not going to bring a tent cot on UA. I'm going to bring one tent for me and Charlie. And then we will put our sleeping bags and camp gear in duffels. And that'll just be a little easier to deal with than 2 big full-size tent cots. It's really a pain getting those things up on the roof of this thing with the rake, and also I'm always worried that they're going to kind of fly off. So I've got a lot of highway miles to cover this year. Gonna maybe finally make a trim to this fender. I kind of like how Vern just cut the wheel wells and laid that back, and this is kind of flat, but it has always done some custom siping to the tires, which doesn't really bother me because it doesn't go all the way down into the carcass. But yeah, I think this year it's time to make the cut, so it'll be a little more rounded in the wheel opening, but I won't be eating my tires. And then speaking of tires, we got the good folks at Milestar. These are 38 1350 by 17 Patagonia empty O2 black labels. I had them on, put them on just before UA 2023. And surprise, surprise, just so they don't get sun-baked, they're sitting in here. These just arrived a day ago, brand new Milestar Patagonia 38 1350 17 black labels. So thank you very much, Milestar, the official tire of Unreal Adventure. All right, hopefully the audio is not too bad. I will update you a little more as I get my trail spares organized, figure out what I'm going to bring this year. Oh, another thing I might do, I absolutely love my power tanks. This is kind of compressed air station on the corner of this Jeep, but so I've got my my trusty 15-pound power tank. I also sometimes carry a 10-pounder here. On my flatty, I'll carry a 5-pound, little 5-pound bottle. So I've got plenty of power tanks kicking around, but this year I might actually leave this one at home just so I can fit a little extra gear there in that spot, because I do have a electric compressor. So I've got the ARB twin here. So I am on the fence about that, because I absolutely, not only do I love the function of the power tank, and Steve Sasaki, the president of the company, is one of the OG UA members. He was on the very first Ultimate Adventure back in 1999. So having this on the Jeep's kind of like having Steve along for the ride. But more than anything, it just flipping looks cool. I don't know how many people mistake it for a nitrous bottle. But anyway, so that's it. Like I said, hopefully the audio is not atrocious, and I'll check back as I getting on more projects, modifications, and prep for UA 2026 presented by Skyjacker Suspensions.